Go. Let's see if I got a stream, and then I'll record. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Corey, that can be your next project: coding octopus battle simulator.
We're good.
Yeah.
Okay, we are ready. We're gonna go. I'm gonna start you. All right, audience, you need to be nice and quiet here. Andrew's got some cool stuff to show us. Welcome to our final presentations of today. This is our 7th hour media tech class, and they're going to be showing us their 4-week projects. We're going to begin with Andrew.
All right, so for my project, I learned to use the drone. My learning goal was obviously to learn how to fly the drone and all the little quirks and features that it has, and pretty much like become the drone master, as some may put it. I did have a little bit of experience flying drone because I have my own, but it's a much lower level, lower quality drone, so this was pretty new. My project plan was pretty simple. I stayed on track well because really working on the project was just playing around with
It was fun though,
toy.
yeah.
So, yeah. So I didn't really think of it as working when it really was working. I have videos. I have in my main video, that's like my favorite shots, and I have tons of other ones, but I didn't feel like putting all that on my computer, so I have just a few. The one thing that did change in my plan is that Adam needed filming a lot sooner than I realized, so I kind of had to figure it out
Faster than you thought.
Yeah, but it wasn't too hard because it's pretty simple to figure out once you know what you're doing.
So kind of back up one here. So when you have videos, what did you go through to learn the features on the drone?
I know what I meant when I put here. On my project plan, which I'll show you, I have just a couple videos listed. I have 3, but in my spare time, I watched probably 20 or 30 videos that all showed the different aspects of the drone. Some talked about how to set up your lighting and different things, and some talked about like different settings that you had to I wouldn't have found the settings if I was just playing with it. I would have had to like watch these videos to know what I'm doing because they're
for the camera
settings. Yeah, and so yeah, I also watched people like their first time flying, so if they messed up, I knew what not to do. So yeah, that's what I meant when I put it.
Good. Okay. Just want to clarify.
Yeah. Master technology. I have my edited clips, which is like my final video, which I'll show in a minute. The software was pretty intuitive, like for the most part. Like if your goal was to just fly it around and take a little bit of video and pictures, you could do that. But there's also the aspect where it's professional software, where you could use it to be professional. So for the first initial learning, it was intuitive, but using the videos, you could just take it up another notch. I learned that what they call quick shots and active track are like crazy. I don't even understand how they do it, but it's just, it makes the ease of learning the drone so much easier because you can get it to get cool shots without even having to control it. Like it just does it by itself. And I can show some of those right now, I guess.
So what's the difference between a quick shot and a...
That's what I'm going to
That's what you're going to show us.
So
okay.
Here. The quick shot, I think this is active track. So what active track is it's like you select a subject and it will either keep them in frame or follow them around or even, so that there's like 3 different ones. There's profile, which is what this is, where it stays at about the same angle and just follows you around. There's spotlight, where the drone stays in place but tracks you. And then there is a, what's it called? I can't think of the word now.
And you have to
Profile follows
Spotlight.
and then
the one that does the 360. I don't remember what that's called.
that might just be track. Maybe.
Don't you have to give it tell it to
yeah,
back
so
up?
What you do is on this screen, like if this is a person, you use your finger and you just select them, and the drone will be able to keep them in sight somehow. I don't know how, but it can just follow them. So yeah, this one is a track, or a yeah. It's just so that one is just following me around in a basic track. This one is it's a profile. But what you can do for the profile is set the angle that it goes around you at, and so if you just put it all the way to the side, it just circles you continuously instead of just going to a certain angle. So that's what I did, is I put it in a continuous circle. And what's really cool with that is eventually you can get it to, this is a profile shot, you can get it to where it circles you while you're walking, and so it stays at equal distance from you, but it's also circling in it. It looks fake. Like, it's so cool. And so, yes, the profile, which is this one, where it just stays at that same angle the whole time and follows you and backs up as you get close and comes closer as you walk away. And then there's the spotlight, which is this one, where the drone doesn't move, but it will follow me like a spotlight. So it's like,
You'll just turn.
yeah, see. Yeah, I'm just running here because, so it follows me around, but the drone stays right where it's at. And so those are all active track. And what the quick shot is you set it up and you do the same thing, and you select your target, and then when you press go, it'll do a specified motion. So there's three types. There's helix, and there's what they call rocket, and there's what they call drone, which drone is like a selfie, but it backs up and goes up really high. And I'll show an example of each of those. So this is a helix. This one. Yeah, this is a helix. So it's going to slowly back up, but also circle around in sort of a helix. And in the software that's on your phone, when you're done, it'll speed it up like by itself. But when you export just the raw footage, it doesn't speed it up. So they're meant to be sped up and matched to music and just for cool shots. But yeah, so it keeps going up and circling. Then there's this other one. This is the drone, I believe. Yeah, so I don't even have the controller in my hands, and it's backing up and rising and keeping me right in the center of the frame.
So that would be cool because you can then reverse that too. In like film editing, you could do it the way like that.
Yeah, you can do it backwards. And then there's also this one, which is the rocket, which again, in the film it speeds it up. So it goes, and when it speeds it up, it goes over you and shoots straight up, and it looks like it's going really fast. But since it can't do it that fast without you controlling it, it looks kind of slow in the raw footage form. I think it still looks cool. But the quick
up there pretty high.
The quick shots are meant to be like, they film it slow, but it looks quick because they speed it up artificially.
You can see.
Yeah, they get up there.
And so what you can do with the quick shots is set a certain distance or height. And this one, I just set it to max, so it flew up as high as it could before
That's cool.
Started coming back down. And again, also with the quick shots, you don't have to tell it to come back. It'll come back on its own without. So you could press go and fall asleep, and it'll fly away, record it, and then come back and land.
That's pretty cool.
So that's the quick shots. With this project, there wasn't a whole lot of problem solving because it wasn't really problems. It was more like trial and error. Like, how can I make a shot that looks like this easier? Instead of like, oh, the drone's not working. It's like, how can I get the drone to do this? And so, yeah, I didn't really think of it as problem solving, even though I guess it kind of is. But yeah, it's just do it until it looks good, I guess.
It's pretty cool,
So this is the screen, as I said earlier, it's a screen that pops up on your phone if you hook it up to the controller. And I guess I can go through it a little bit.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Right here is, I guess, when the drone's on the ground, this button, the arrow will be facing up, and that's the takeoff button. This is a return to home, so what it'll do is if it's flying and you press that button, it'll go up to a specified height, fly right over to where it took off, and then land without hitting anything because it has all the tracking features to make sure there's nothing in the way. And this is where you can go to select all the different, like active track or quick shot or tripod mode or cinematic mode. Basically, it's like what film mode you're in. There's the record button, and if you press this, it goes to camera, and then it's just the camera button. And this is your options button. Here you can go autofocus, manual focus. These don't do anything if you press them, but they show your resolution and how long you have left on your card, which I think is cool, is it does the math to like, even if you're, so if you switch between 4K and 1080, 4K, obviously you're going to have less time, so it calculates about how much time.
It'll tell you on there?
Yeah, it'll tell you how much time you have available.
That is super cool. I didn't know it did that.
Your shutter speed here and your white balance. I don't know what EV mean. I think it's like something they made up to kind of be like.
So what's it say? What's the
it's EV, and the closer you are to 0, the less saturated it is. And like it's just a combination of shutter speed and ISO and the white balance. So it's like their own sort of measurement. That's like a GPS, and if it's green, you're good to fly. If it's yellow, you're still good to fly, but it'll like be like something's wrong. You're fine, but you should fix it. And then if it's red, it won't let you fly.
Like maybe you haven't calibrated it, or
yeah, like if you don't calibrate the compass, it'll be yellow, but it'll still let you fly it. But if it's like 10% battery, it'll say, get it back here, and then won't let you take off. This is like general drone options, like not having to do with the camera, whereas this is more have to do with the camera. This button wasn't in my app, so I think this may have been an earlier version. And here's the GPS, and your distance away and your height. And yeah, it's pretty intuitive. I showed quick shots and active track, and here is the result. I initially was going to have it on the back computer, but
it'll be better here.
I don't know why the sound is.
Plug and unplug there. Try again. Here we go.
I'll stop it right here and say, on the projector, it looks terrible. But on my computer and on the back computer, it looks a lot better.
Yeah. So were you on max height here?
Here, the max height is like 120 meters. So I just kept pressing up until it stopped. So.
That does look good. Looks really good. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, Andrew.
I learned that if you don't watch over Adobe, it's gonna screw you up. I had like another edited clip that made my explanation of quick shots and active track more fluid, I guess, but I lost that. Problem solving wasn't as important as trial and error because the whole project was just learning and just
Getting out and experimenting with it.
yeah. My most successful moment was watching 4K footage for the first time because I've never actually watched something that was filmed with a 4K camera that like I actually filmed. It's always like stuff that other people do. If I could do it over again, I would try to go to some more cool places like a river, or maybe not fly over the river, but on the banks of the river would be cool. And I think being in a cave or a more low light situation.
Well, you gotta. It'd be cool if you could light it and then, yeah, that would be cool.
I've seen videos online where the drone does really good in low light situations, and I just never tried it.
It'd take all your concentration to fly the drone through.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be able to see it as well.
Yeah.
So I also learned that drones are the single coolest thing to take pictures with ever.
That's pretty awesome. That's very good. You guys have any questions? That's pretty amazing. Well, I will tell you that, I don't know, there's a lot of, it really does expand what we can do film-wise or even for a lot of things. I mean, I would like a lot of us to learn how to do it, but also to figure out ways that we could use it in unique perspectives. So, since Adams is kind of tied to Andrews, we're going to throw him in there before the game.
I'm gonna try to hurry too because I don't know my project trying to present it.
Kind of longish.
Yeah.
It's all right.
So I'm gonna go kind of quick, but I'll try to get all my information I need. Maybe.
Do you have plan is good written on yours?
Plan is good. No, so that's I'm all right there.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna try to go really quick. So yeah, okay. So yeah, basically I made a sequel to Roscoe and Coltrane, and the biggest thing I learned was Premiere Pro. That's a really big thing because it's the industry standard, and I wanted to learn that. And basically I wanted to take all these little things I learned from movies throughout my years of vision tech, put it all together and make one of my own. Directing, filming, and editing. So I knew it was going to be a crap ton of work. So
And it was.
It was a lot of work. I spent a lot of time on it. So week one, basically I said to finish the script and learn Premiere. And yeah, so I was really ahead at this point and felt really good about where I was at. And I used various tutorials to help learn stuff. So week two, because I was so far ahead, I thought I might as well start filming. And so, sorry, Andrew, like I sprang it on you. But Yeah, so
I'll tell you what, he rose to the challenge,
He did.
though.
So it was hard to get everyone together to film, so we relied on weekends. But so week 3, we finished most of the filming, and stayed after school a lot to edit. I mean, I spent a lot of time. Yeah, and then another thing that I used, which I did on the first film, but I did a lot more on this, was pre-keyed footage, where it's footage from this website, and the background of it is transparent, so you can adjust the size, the brightness, and make it fit into your scene. So like gunshots, explosions, stuff like that. It's really easy. So then week 4, I edited and finished. The problem was I realized that there were holes in my story, and so I had to go back in, beg everyone to come and film with me again. I bought them breakfast pizza, and yeah. So mastery of learning. Now, I filmed or did some screen capture, but Mrs. Dean kind of just like summarize what it was over.
I do want you to turn that into me, though.
Okay. Yeah. So like I said, the most useful thing I learned was Premiere Pro, and also to properly storyboard before, because I planned a lot, and I'm happy that I did. But if I didn't plan, oh my goodness, it would have been a nightmare trying to. Because getting everyone there to film, trying to make it as efficient as possible so you don't waste anyone's time.
Yeah, project was too big. It was
Yeah,
very, very ambitious.
It was a large project. And also sometimes I couldn't get everyone there to film, so I just kind of filmed what I could and used creative angles with like maybe just a shot of me instead of Conrad, you know, like in the car, because Conrad wouldn't be there. So trying to get as much film as I could with what I had, so it was kind of tricky. Yeah, and that was the footage to the back. And I'll show that to you. But basically it was like keying in Premiere Pro, which is one of the things that I enjoy more than Final Cut. I think they do a really good job of that. Okay. Let's go real quick.
Here we go. The awkward silence.
So I'm reading your report of what happened, and I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I mean, last year, you guys were the prince and princess of the ball. This year, I don't know, I read this, and red hot coals start coming out of my butt. I'm so pissed. So I don't know what's going to happen. But I can't keep doing this. We can't keep going from screw up, fix it, screw up. I don't even think you can fix it this time. I don't think you can. I don't know. but I can't keep doing this. So you either fix it and quit screwing up. Got it? One more screw up, and it's over. You're done.
Man, cheaper shoots out again. I know, man. We cannot get fired from this. If I get fired, my grandma's gonna kick me out of the basement. I know. We have to solve this case. We have to solve them. Find the people before Chief Bourbon does. We gotta make this right. Yeah. We're Roscoe and Coltrane. We can do anything.
You know what, Roscoe? We need to treat ourselves. We should just go hit the spa.
Oh yeah, let's hit the spa, man.
Hit the spot.
This is really nice.
Oh, this is the life, Coltrane. This is the life.
Seen any good movies lately?
Saw the Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh yeah? What's that about?
About these Asians and pretty crazy and rich.
Sounds legit.
Nice, here's your hotels.
Well, thank you very much.
Wow.
Oh. Hey, Roscoe. Hey, look at this.
What are you doing for there?
It's a Muppet.
Oh man. Hear about that? The Harvard dropouts?
Dude, oh my gosh. It's terrible.
Man, it's now down to 20%.
Yeah.
Wait, I can't believe it. It's like, why in the world would somebody go to a school that, you know, you pay?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious to see what the rate will be September 14th.
September 14th? Why? Why that day?
They said just randomly picked that date.
Alright.
There's been a robbery at the hair salon. All units respond.
There's been a robbery.
What?
Let's get ready. Oh, no, I know what you're doing. There it goes.
Come on, man, you look at the camera.
Some go down this way.
My adrenaline is through the roof right now.
Really?
Yeah, through the roof. Oh my gosh, okay, there's a car. But what the hell is that? Here.
Oh my goodness.
We got it. Let's go. They're running. They're running. Oh.
You know, when you can hide behind the tree. You really hit it.
Yeah, you hit me hard. Wait, I thought you said that.
Over again, idiot cop.
Great deep, great, that tree.
Dang thing. Oh, what's that?
train. What? You made him escape? I'm trying again. I can't believe you. We're gonna get fired for this. We gotta get them. Get in the car! Don't rush me! I'm gonna take the chopper. What? Pull over now.
We would take the
Okay, I think I see him on the corner of 32nd Street. Come on, we're almost lost. Let's keep going. Let's go.
That's a great shot.
Go, we gotta lose him. Let's go. We're on the tail.
I like that one. Yeah. I love that. He can fly.
Under arrest now.
They don't care about Dave. I like that. It's into the sunset.
Chief, we got him.
Oh my God, you did. I can't believe it. I knew there was a reason I hired you guys. You're awesome. I don't. They'll probably name a day after you. Matter of fact, I'm going to make it happen. We're going to name a day after you guys.
Whoa, thanks so much, Chief.
I have no words. And I'm impressed. Unbelievable.
And so I heard that, Hi, Adam. How you doing? I think it needs to be started with compliments. I love the police, right?
Yeah, we do.
It's gonna be great. Getting Jacob's car to start. Ah! Hey! They're missing a part. I think. What do you think? A tail light?
Aw, they're so cute, just walking together.
I think John's busy. Have Tilbert. Cops. I mean, we should take kids on the board. Basically the same. Who's that handsome gentleman right there?
Justin's you.
Is it? No, okay.
Whenever you're ready.
So am I talking to
Yeah, we'll be looking.
So there are two of you here? Or one?
Yeah, both of us.
Are you using
You just see the van and a leaf blower.
Really good. Are you getting a lot of air blowing in here?
That's fine.
Okay. This car died. And we have a post credits.
This is the post credit. Oh yeah.
Oh, fresh air smells so good.
Wait, what?
In the middle of a mile field.
While he was looking at the train.
You didn't see it coming. Awesome. Adam, it's pretty amazing.
Okay, I
Project overview,
I
but
can
yeah.
wrap this up really quick. Okay, okay, so the biggest thing that I learned, which I mean, I guess I kind of knew, but boy, if you finish filming early, I mean, because if I had one more week, it would have been so much easier. But so I mean, film really early, and then also plan for reshoots because there's going to be holes in it, and even if you don't think there will be,
There's always holes.
There's always holes in the story. The most successful moment was maybe finishing the intro, or wrapping up filming. But yeah, I mean, the whole thing I was really happy with at the end. And then just some fun facts. Total cost of both movies was $950. 11 hours of filming, $165 for this movie. So anyways, I just
How did you get $950?
because I backed in the Cardi's truck and that was like $800 bucks. That was in the first movie though.
First movie, sequels.
Hey, SpongeBob's
It's
right
pretty
here.
amazing. SpongeBob right there. Somebody left it later.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, SpongeBob's my hard drive.
Oh.
So, court,
Yes.
let's not leave that there.
You can put it in my car.
Well,
You grab a mint first. Put it in.
let's
Court.
put it back so we can
Court.
lock it.
Say hi to the fine people at home.
So, all right, yes.
Oh, fine people.
Find people at home.
Find people out.
Is there anyone